Okay, well, hello everybody, and welcome to the It's in Queens podcast, covering everything from April 5th to April 12th in the borough. As you might have noticed, we have gotten an upgrade. We've actually gotten two upgrades. First of all, as always, I am Rob Mackay from the Queens Tourism Council, and at the other extreme, we have Chris Donovan from the Daily News, who is the co-producer. And in the middle, we have Imani Murray.
Hello.
Welcome, Imani.
Hey now. So Imani is our first upgrade. The second upgrade is that we normally broadcast from our hidden bunker in the nondescript row house in an unmentioned name of Queens for security reasons.
That's
Today,
right.
we are at Resorts World Casino in New York City in South Jamaica, Rockaway Boulevard to be more exact. And it is absolutely a pleasure to be here. Imani, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Chris, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm happy that it's not snowing. I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy to be alive, Rob.
You happy to be alive? You happy to be in Queens?
Where else would I want to be?
That's a good point. So there are two misconceptions that I want to talk about. First of all, a lot of people don't understand that there's a casino in Queens. And not only is there one, but it's actually the best one in the U.S.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
The other misperception is that people think that it's just a casino. But in fact, there are some great restaurants here. There's all kinds of entertainment. There's a Bar 360 where we are right now, which has the city's largest
HD TV screen in Queens.
The largest HD TV screen in Queens, and during the holiday season, it has the largest Christmas tree in Queens out in the front. But Imani's going to tell us about some of the community-minded things that the casino does. Imani, tell us quickly. Give us an idea of what you're working on these days.
So this month, coming up in April, we have a ton of things going on. We have the American Red Cross Blood Drive on April 19th. From 12:30 to 5:30. We also have a Shred It and Forget It Day in partnership with Shred It and Royal Waste on April 20th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then we also have our favorite tattoo convention coming back in April from the 19th to the 22nd.
Ooh, 4 days of tattoos?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then what else do we have? We have Kid and Play coming back to Bar 360. Damon John.
Kid and Play, who grew up in Queens?
That's right.
Yes, of course. And Damon John also grew up in Queens. He'll be back here hosting our club night on April 20th.
Okay. So are you going to be able to pitch Shark Tank ideas that
exactly,
night?
Exactly.
Right.
So we have a lot going on, and we're excited.
Okay. Is the blood drive, anyone can come here and donate blood?
Anyone can come, anyone can donate, and all of our donors will receive a $10 coupon, which is valid at all of our retail options and dining options.
Oh, okay,
look
great.
at that.
Will you guys join me and get an It's in Queens tattoo during the tattoo convention?
I will only get a tramp stamp. That's the only spot on my...
Will you do it?
Of course.
Imani, what do you think?
Sounds good. I'm with it.
It's in Queens on that side and Resorts World on the other side.
That works.
And then we're all set. Okay. So come back then if you want to see us.
Exactly.
So wait, the tattoo convention. They're coming here and they're going to be tattooing people on the floor at Resorts World?
In our Central Park event space.
Which is upstairs?
Upstairs on our third floor. Yep. 50,000 square feet. So
how many tattoo artists do you know?
We have over 100 coming, 100 artists. We have
all
seminars.
Around the world?
Yep. Everywhere.
Wow.
It's huge. It's always huge. It's always packed. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be great.
So,
hey, listen, if you're going to get a tattoo, why not do it here, right?
Exactly.
This would be the best place to get a tattoo. So we got a tattoo convention, we got blood drive, we got a Shred It, we got Kid and Play.
Damon John.
And that's only just 1 month.
Right,
That's
exactly.
Imagine until we get to May.
Exactly.
You know what? Resorts World gives back so much. You have someone being honored this month, right? For the Boys and Girls Club?
Yes. Our president, Scott Molina, will be honored at the Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year dinner. And so we're very excited about that. We love Boys and Girls. We always partner with them, so we're excited.
Okay, well, there you go.
They do the right thing. They do the right thing for the community, do the right thing for the people of Queens.
It's the Resorts World Casino / community-based organization.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about some of the events going on in Queens.
Sure, what do you got?
Coming up, I would say, first of all, Shakespeare. What do you guys think about Shakespeare?
Love Shakespeare.
He's a little wordy for my taste, but...
A little wordy for your taste? So what do you love about Shakespeare?
Everything. I just love the acting, everything.
Okay, well then, you're going to love Oh, excuse me, but you're going to love the Titan Theater Company's version of Much Ado About Nothing, which will be showing at Queen's Theater from April 6th until April 22nd.
Okay, cool.
Titan Theater Company, as you guys might know, is Woodside based, and they are actually the artist in residence at Queen's Theater. They do a bunch of shows throughout the year. And I have heard from a very reliable source, which would be the lead actor, that this one is absolutely hilarious.
Okay, cool.
So I hope to see you guys there. I would also mention that if you go to our website, which is itsinqueens.com, there's actually a discount offer for Much Ado About Queens. So you can get I think it's a $3 discount for tickets.
Resorts World gives back. It's in Queens gives back. It's all about giving back.
We give and we give and we give.
I just can't
and you
stop
wonder,
giving.
will the well ever dry up? That's
never.
Yep. Let's stay in Queen's Theater because that's starting this weekend. But there's also 2 shows of a dance company called Body Traffic, which is actually started by a woman who grew up in Whitestone. She's now based in Los Angeles, and she has started it's actually 10 years on, but it's a Los Angeles-based dance troupe. She's coming to Queens for the first time since she left.
Wow.
Look at that.
And she learned how to dance in our in a couple of different Queens neighborhoods. Do you have anything you know about that?
I actually do.
Oh, what a
Funny you should
surprise.
mention it.
Ah, look at that.
My favorite, looking up dance company, because I don't know much about dance. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not much of a dancer.
Oh, come
I mean,
on.
looking at me, you'd probably be
You're
like,
Twinkle
oh,
Toes.
You know,
I think
the
your high
dancing
school
machine.
nickname was Twinkle Toes.
Right.
Oh my God.
So you would think that. But however, I don't have any dance ability. So I had to look it up. So my favorite quote was, Body Traffic displays sheer animal magnetism. And that's from San Francisco Weekly.
Ah, okay.
So when you think animal magnetism, I mean, first I'll come to mind, obviously.
Yeah, you
But
come
I
to mind,
think-
right?
Exactly.
Actually, Animal from the Muppets comes to mind.
Well, he has animal magnetism for sure.
I actually talked to her today, and she said that the performance has 4 different sections. There's 2 and then an intermission and 2 more. And the last one, one of them is all about jazz, and then the other one, what they strive to do is give one taste of choreography in each of their shows, in each of their pieces. So if you go, you will get 4 completely different shows, and you'll learn a little bit about dance and what they do with choreography.
They look
That's
very
cool.
talented. I saw a couple of videos of that.
They have great photos too.
Yeah.
Were you ever a dancer, Imani?
No, that wasn't my thing.
Okay. Were Lego bricks your thing?
Yeah, sure.
Lego bricks? You could construct. What did you do with Lego bricks?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. All right, Chris.
Who doesn't like a good Lego brick?
I was big on Lego bricks. I could build anything from airplanes to castles to entire colonies.
Well, you know,
Wow.
it is like when we were kids, many moons ago. You just built a Lego. You didn't have a set. It was just like a bunch of blocks,
you
and you
just- exactly,
made whatever you want.
exactly.
Now they're all sets. That
Now they're really,
you have
really,
to follow
really
instructions,
detailed
and
and
it's
oriented,
like a 7-hour project to
Right.
build a castle.
Well, there is a Lego 2-day Lego Brick Fest at the New York Hall of Science.
It's actually
wow.
a great event.
I think you should
Yeah.
take your son Liam.
I did
think
take
he
him
would
last
really love
year.
it. Oh, you took him last year?
Yeah, we
And
went
what'd
last
you do?
year. It was amazing. So you could do collaborative building where you join a team and you build something together. They have the architecture zone where you can kind of learn how to be an architect using Legos. They have the glow gallery, which is like glow-in-the-dark Legos.
Oh, cool.
And then they also do do-it-yourself race car derby cars.
Yep, they have race car derby,
And they
yep.
also do mosaics. So
Yep.
it's a pretty cool event. I mean, if you're into Legos, or if your child, I would imagine your child's into Legos, it's an amazing
Without
event.
a doubt, it's the event of the year for the Lego set.
Yeah.
I could add to that they have Woody, which is a 7-foot tall model of the Toy Story character.
Oh,
named
wow.
Woody
Yeah.
in Lego,
That's cool.
7 feet tall. They have Space Station and Big Brick Pit.
Humongous brick bins.
Oh, humongous?
Yeah, very big.
Oh, okay.
Very big.
All right.
And they
very
also
good.
have the Lego video games you can play as well. I mean, it's really
Lego
about
video
experiencing,
games?
but they do have the video games as well.
Wow. Okay.
It's all Lego all the time over there.
It's all Lego all the time. So my next question is, Imani, do you like spicy food?
Not a fan of spicy food, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I know you're looking at me like, I know you're a fan of food, but there's spicy food also.
Well,
within
I
you.
happen to love spicy food, and Nosh Walks, which is a famous It's a woman named Myra Alperson, but she runs walking tours around the city, and actually New Jersey. She's been doing it for years and years. She actually used to do bicycle and eating tours. She is holding a Nosh walk through Jackson Heights on April 8th. And I have right here that they're going to go to Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, and Tibet. So if you want to get your eat on, I would suggest going there. And don't worry, because a lot of Nepalese and Tibetan food is not spicy.
Okay, good, because I love
look
to
at that.
eat.
But Bangladesh, Bhutan, India...
You're just in one part of Queens, and you go into 5 different countries. I think that's a testament to what Queens is all about.
She sets up everything beforehand so that you walk in, and I think she's going to go to some markets and one street food truck.
Nice.
Fashion.
Love
I
fashion.
think you look at me and you think fashion central.
Exactly.
Like I said, when I said we were getting an upgrade in fashion, or the fashion upgrade is in the middle here.
That's
Thank
right.
you, thank
We're
you.
sandwiching.
So there's a film festival in London each year dedicated entirely to fashion.
Okay.
And the Museum of the Moving Image, our favorite, we talk about it every
Mention them
single
almost
week,
every week.
is actually, they are kicking off, they're going to show movies that related to the film festival, and also have events, live events, where you can talk to the filmmakers and all that, running from April 6th until April 22nd.
Okay.
So if you like fashion, I'm not going to give you the list of all the movies they're going to show, but it is all on our website, itsinqueens.com.
That's right.
I might have to stop by.
So there's something for fashion, yeah. Maybe I could go and learn something.
That's right. And they're also still doing their kids programming this week while the kids are out of school. You can catch them up at State Manhattan.
That's true.
They have a couple other kids programs this week.
Last week we talked about how there are, since there's no school this week in the public school system, there are a whole bunch of programs, educational/enrichment programs at the Museum of the Moving Image. I guess I would also mention 2 events at Flushing Town Hall. Both of them are sort of happy. In one case, one of their guest artists, whose name is Tina Seligman, is going to provide storytelling from different cultures and traditions for an entire afternoon, followed by a haiku workshop where people will write haikus. Now,
I wrote a haiku for this.
Haikus, as I understand, are Japanese poems. Okay.
Oh, yeah, here it is. You ready?
Okay, we're going to hear a haiku. I'm not
I
sure
wrote a
if it's going to
haiku
be good enough to
specifically
make
for
it into
this.
the workshop, but here, go ahead.
And now the haiku format is 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables.
Okay, we're going to go 5
All
syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables.
Here we go. The Queens haiku. It's in Queens podcast, giving to the world's borough highlights of the week.
I like that.
That's
Magic.
Thank you. I thank you.
That is pure poetry.
Awesome.
I think, did Socrates say that, or was it?
I think it was that or
Shakespeare.
Aristotle or Shakespeare's too wordy. He can't work in that.
Very good. They're also doing what they do every second Monday of the month, which is live drawing with models. And that's just basically a drawing club. You get together with people in a friendly environment, and they have live models, and you draw them. I would also add Mel Chin. Now, I don't really know much about Mel Chin, but there is an exhibition of his art, international, and there are 3 spots in New York City that are going to show his work. Times Square and the Broadway Lafayette subway station are 2, but the one we like, of course, is the Queens Museum.
Bring it back to the borough, bud.
Right.
It opens on the show opens on April 8th and ends on August 12th, so you got a lot of time to see it. Mel Chin is a kind of a guy who did big art projects that involves community organizing, getting people together to fight in case of a cause, be it like ecological or socioeconomic, political issues. So this is going to sort of show like what he did through his life. So it's kind of interesting. It's a combination of art and with a sort of political activist train. That pretty much does it for me. There are a couple of other things, such as a Bengali cooking night at the Alley Pond Environmental Center. Bengali food is spicy, I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind.
And
Well, they're going to teach you how to make dal, which is the
Okay.
lentil, so that wouldn't be spicy.
Okay.
And chai tea, but the curry chicken might not be for you. Yeah. The Chocolate Theater has a new performance art starting on April 6th. That'll run till April 14th. And the Greater Astoria Historical Society has a whole conference about tide mills.
Yeah.
Lectures about tide mills from 8:30 in the morning till 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
That's a long time to talk about tide mills. I'll be honest.
You'll learn a lot about tide mills.
You're going to be an expert when you walk out of there.
The tide will go in, the tide will go out.
Who's going to know more about tide mills than the people who attend that thing?
You can become the world's foremost authority on tide mills. I would also mention that there's a make-your-own quilt day at the King Manor Museum in Jamaica.
Cool.
And the Volker Orth Museum, which is in Flushing, it's actually a historical house, we'll have a night of music where people will be playing classical music based on some soundtracks of iconic films, such as Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, On the Waterfront, and A Hard Day's Night.
Those are cool musics.
Let's say.
I just said those are cool musics.
Cool
No one caught that?
We don't claim to be a professional. We are not a professional podcast.
You can obviously tell I'm not a Shakespeare fan.
Let's see, Imani, is there anything else we should be talking about? Anything else we should know?
Well, obviously, there's always something going on here at Resorts World Casino. We're excited to be expanding our property. We just started construction, our expansion will include a 400-room hotel, more amenities, more gaming, more food, more dining, more entertainment. So we're just really excited about this.
Yeah. What restaurants do you have now here?
RW Prime, which is our steakhouse and wine bar, which is open Wednesdays to Sunday, excuse me. And we have it all. We have the seafood, we have steak, we have everything. So come check it out.
Okay. Chris? Tell us a little bit about you. Hey, enough about me. Let's talk about you.
You know, funny about me. I did have one event this week that I thought was pretty interesting from the Black Spectrum Theater. It's running April 6th through 8th, and it's called In 3 Days. It's by this guy, Ted Johnson. He's a lawyer from Atlanta. But the synopsis of the play is a guy learns he's going to die. And he asks Death for a second chance, and Death gives him 3 days.
Wow.
So what would you do with those 3 days, knowing that at the end of those 3 days, you're going to be gone?
I would probably come here to Resorts World and follow everything on the It's in Queens calendar.
Well,
great idea.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Well, that's it for this week.
Wait, hold on. I have one more thing.
Sorry, Chris has 2 picks this week.
I have one more thing.
It's a double whammy.
So the Knockdown Center, right?
The Knockdown Center in Maspeth.
April 6th, they have a guy, Jerry Drake, and the front page, Big Band. So it's a older gentleman bringing back big band to the masses.
Okay.
So he's got about a 16-piece orchestra,
Wow.
And he does songs for like Sinatra and like
Right.
all those guys from back then, which I haven't seen around in quite some time. So I think it'd be an interesting show.
That'd be fun.
And the Knockdown Center is like a real interesting space.
Yep.
It's
sort of right near the Brooklyn-Queens border.
Yeah.
That's right.
But on the Queens side.
Yeah. So I think we should get Mark.
Okay. Well,
Mark,
let me just finish by saying that, as you know, this podcast, we just sort of like talk, and it's very comfortable and informal. But all of the information that we talk about is on itsinqueens.com. So if you want to get all of the correct dates, correct times, correct addresses, please go to itsinqueens.com. And everything that we talk about is also tweeted through our social media channels, and you can follow all of that through, believe it or not, #It'sInQueens, Facebook.com/It'sInQueens, Instagram.com/It'sInQueens. What am I missing? What's we don't do Snapchat.
Snapchat's not there yet.
Okay.
We're working on it.
So again, thank you. We are very grateful to Imani and the rest of Resorts World Casino for letting us have an upgrade.
That's right.
Next week, we're back to our bunker, although we do have a special guest next week as well.
That's right.
Thank you all for watching. And
hold on, we're going to end the show with Mark.
We're going to end with a Queens musician who is going to play music written by Queen's band. I'm sure that you guys all are familiar with Kiss from the 1970s. Imani was not even born then, but Kiss, as you know, the members were from Queens, just like the Ramones from about the same era. Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Mark Fox, who is over here, he is going to do a Paul Simon song. And Paul Simon, of course, grew up in Queens, Garden Hills, and went to Forest Hills High School, which is where he met Art Garfunkel. All right.
Oh, wow.
Mark, hurt us, man. Hurt us.
ran to the police station. Pop found out, he began to shout. Started the investigation. Was against the law. Was against the law. What the Papa saw was against the law. Mama looked down and she spit on the ground every time a name gets mentioned. Papa said, "Oi, forget that boy. Wanna stick him in the house of detention. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose. She's the queen of Corona. See you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. In a couple of days to come and take me away, 'cause the press let the story leak. When the radical priests come to get me released, please all on the cover of Newsweek. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rose. She's the queen of Corona. See you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Thank you for coming out with us today. We really appreciate it. And I know besides being the Human Jukebox, you have a couple other bands and projects you guys work on. So you want to talk about what you do and being a musician in Queens?
Sure. Well, I play in 8 bands. Which
8?
Is pretty insane, yeah. But, you know, I mean, that's what you got to do these days to keep busy, I guess. So
that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
Now, one of the bands is Alive 75, and
Yes.
that's a full Kiss tribute cover band, correct?
It is, yeah. We, besides doing the makeup and costumes, we have the actual, pretty much the same stage Kiss had in 1975, you know, that era. So it's a full production. It's a lot of fun. We play up and down the East Coast, you know. And
that's pretty awesome.
Theaters.
So the way I met you was during one of your live band karaoke days with the Revivers. Give me a sense of what those shows are like.
So that's a whole different fun thing. That's karaoke, but to my band. So instead of going to a karaoke bar and singing to the karaoke laptop jukebox thing, it's actually you're singing with a live band. So it's a fun experience, I think, for people and for us too.
Yeah, we got to get this guy in Resorts World, Michelle. We need him playing here one night, right? So is there anything else you wanted to mention before we go out? But I wanted you to end it with one more song if you could.
Yeah, make it to an original song.
All right, how about that? We're going to end the It's in Queens podcast with original Queens song from original Queens artist. When you get a chance, go out there, support live music. It's important. These guys need it. Thanks
so much,
Take
Chris.
it away.
Thank you. Oh, it's been lifted from your mind. You know you want a better life. The road's been clear, and what you feel, it's no longer here. You've died and you've been reborn. the light of day, and now you've been reborn to live this day. You died and you've been reborn to live this day. And now everywhere you go doesn't seem so far from home. If the illusion that you feel is what makes it all seem real, then keep on dreaming. Keep dreaming now. From your mind, so say hello to the love you hope to find. It's here at last, and now the past is fading fast. You've died and you've been reborn to live this day. You died and you've been reborn to live this day. And now you've been reborn to live this day. You died and you've been reborn.
All right. Thank you. What was that called?
Live This Day.
Live This Day. All right. Original song by Mark Fox. Mark, what's the best way to find you?
I mean, one way is Facebook, Mark Fox, The Human Jukebox.
Facebook, Mark Fox, Human Jukebox. What else?
I mean, you got Live Band Karaoke.
And Live Band Karaoke with the Revivers.
Yes. Alive
And
75.
Kiss Alive 75.
Yeah.
All right. We got a couple of projects for you. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming down to Resorts World. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next week on the It's in Queens podcast.